Welcome to the second module on discernment. Our next weeks follow closely the insights of Ignatius Loyola. What perhaps distinguishes Ignatius and makes his learnings relevant with universal appeal to Christian communions and different faiths is that he was able to talk clearly about his experience of being with God. Ignatius likens himself to a school student patiently being taught by God about how to live out the fruits of their relationship. In PD1, we have laid down notions on how to understand and live a discerning life. We have learned that discernment is so much more than effective decision making that is only about rightness and wrongness of choices. We have learned about discernment as more closely related to conversion, fidelity, and fruitfulness, rather than success, efficiency, and productivity. Some of our companions even transitioned much more closely to contemplative living and left behind compulsiveness or controlling ego centeredness. Discernment reaches out for the more, that is, the grace of relating in friendship with God. An author named William Barry, in a book titled Letting God Come Close, devoted some chapters on discernment that may be helpful for our learning. According to William Barry, if you read through the autobiography of Ignatius, one finds that Ignatius first learned about discernment by distinguishing between two sets of daydreams. Ignatius back then was recuperating from a medical surgery after a cannonball hit his leg in Pamplona, and he had not much to do while convalescing in his bed back in Loyola. Later on, Ignatius found himself engaging in daydreams. One set is about his worldly conquest as a knight and dreams that include the winning of a court lady's heart. Another set of daydreams were about following the life and example of the likes of Saint Dominic de Guzman and Saint Francis of Assisi. Slowly, Ignatius said, his eyes were opened, and he learned something while he was engaging both sets of daydreams. While both daydreams last, they enthralled and excited Ignatius. However, Ignatius noticed something different after. That is, after engaging these two sets of daydreams, there's a difference. One left him with continued liveliness and joy, while the other left him agitated and dry. This is the beginnings of discernment for Ignatius. William Barry says we can learn so much from this snippet of experience of Ignatius. Number one, if God can be found in daydreams, then God can be found anywhere else and in everything. Number two, there are inner movement in our hearts that call on us to follow. So it's necessary for us to be aware of what's going on in our hearts. Number three, the heart of the human person is the very place of struggle. Number four, each one of us can notice the effects or repercussions of the following that we choose. The inner movements we follow leads either to true life or lifelessness. Number five, we can discern in our experience, therefore, what leads us closer to God or away from Him. But lastly, according to William Barry, remember that Ignatius was at this point still a lay person, and much of what he knows about faith is likely like most common baptized persons have today. This lays to rest any insinuations that discernment is only reserved for experts or well learned or advanced in spirituality or faith. Maybe discernment is about the quality of relating and not only about the expertise in intellectual learning. Welcome again, and may this module be an experience of discerning joy and peace.